Less than 24 hours, Broncos country. Can you believe it, man? We are getting ready to start off the season. Hopefully, we started off with a bang and in the best possible way. And we got a couple roster moves that are of significance as it pertains to the week one matchup. So we'll get into that, guys. If you love Denver sports, if you love talking Broncos, man, hit me up in the comments, like the video, subscribe. It'll really help me out. And let's get right to it. So per the guy Mike Kliss himself, man, the Broncos are elevating fullback Adam Prentice, not really of a surprise, for tomorrow. And also inside linebacker Lavelle Bailey will be activated as well. So not much of a surprise, obviously, with Dre Greenlaw being ruled out for this game. I do expect for Lavelle to not only, be activated like he was, but I think he's going to play quite a bit next to Alex Singleton. It's going to be interesting to see how they draw it up, right? I mean, Alex Singleton, they did say they wanted him on a little bit of a pitch count. We'll see what that ultimately looks like. But you expect for it to be Justin Sternad, but maybe not. Maybe not. So it could be Lavelle Bailey. I think going with Sternad might be the kind of safe choice. But it's interesting because one thing that Alex Singleton and Justin Sternad both struggle pretty badly to do is cover out of the back, cover backs or tight ends. Anytime they're in pass coverage, there's going to be a lot of vulnerabilities. Not saying Karene Reed and Lavelle Bailey are instantly going to be upgrades, but I think that they would at least be just as good. So it'll be interesting to see how they end up working that out, because that is going to be the glaring weakness on the Broncos defense that I would expect Tennessee to try to take advantage of. But another noteworthy news is Sam Ehlinger has actually been signed from the practice squad to the 53. And as a corresponding move, they put Malcolm Roach on IR. So Malcolm Roach came up with that calf injury in practice on Thursday. Super unfortunate. Figured he would go on IR. They did. So good news that is going on it now is that, at least this first game will count towards the 4 games that he's got to miss. So it could be a month. It could be a little bit longer. But we are very deep at D-line. So if there was an area that we could sustain or be able to, have an injury and kind of carry it through, it's going to be the defensive line. But with Dre Greenlaw being out, that's not going to be the case. So we're going to ultimately have to see. But I am surprised a little bit that Sam Ehlinger went to the 53, because that's kind of a move where if you make it now, you might not be able to, cut him and get him back onto the practice squad as easily as you might think. I mean, he did turn down other offers to stay on the Broncos practice squad, but you never know, man. I mean, it could be one of those where he gets cut. Maybe a team claims him. I don't know if that works. If he goes, I don't think he might be subject to waivers, but we'll see. So, but that seems like it might be a move that is going to be permanent. And I'm surprised they did it this early in the season. I thought maybe you would see, Lavelle Bailey come up and be part of the 53, or a receiver or something. But anyways, that was a little bit interesting to me, kind of weird. But I'll trust that they understand kind of the nuances of all that. And then in terms of the game day inactives, well, one thing that we do know is that Nate Atkins is going to be inactive. Dre Greenlaw is going to be inactive. That is 2. Now those 2 get offset by Sam Ehlinger being as a part of the game. He might be inactive that still dresses because they have that quarterback rule, and then Lavelle Bailey going up. So they kind of even out. So who do you guys expect to be inactive for tomorrow's game? It's kind of going through it. It's a little bit interesting. I think that you're probably going to see, either Devon Key or JL Skinner be inactive. I think you're going to see one of the offensive linemen be inactive. It's actually a very interesting rule I didn't know existed. So you can have 47 or 48 active players on game day. They allow you 48 if you dress 8 offensive linemen. So if Crum or Forsyth, for example, are going to be, one of those 2 are going to be inactive, then you can have 48. But if you inactivate 2 of them, then it's got to be 47. So it's a little bit kind of a weird rule that I just found out here about an hour ago. But anyways, I expect for Frank Crum to probably be inactive, Devon Key to be inactive. With Prentice going up, I think Bidet or McLaughlin, one of those guys might ultimately be inactive as well. And then maybe like Jordan Jackson, because we'll still have, 5 defensive linemen, but maybe Q Robinson. So that would be my guess, is that it's going to be probably JL Skinner, Jaleel McLaughlin, Jordan Jackson as the 3, and then you got Atkins and Greenlaw. That would be 5, and that would be enough. So I think that would probably ultimately make up the guys that are going to be inactive on the roster. So We'll see, man. It's going to be interesting. Definitely curious what you guys think about all of these moves. Is there anything that's kind of significant? I know it's not anything very, very newsworthy, but I always feel like paying attention to these, game day roster moves and how, who's the first person elevated from the practice squad once you have that opportunity pop up. It's always a little bit interesting and very telling for me. But excited about the game tomorrow, man. I still have the Broncos winning. I got them winning by a score of 30-16, but could very well be 30-23 with a last second backdoor cover of that 8.5 points. Because you know how those quirky things be happening sometimes in the NFL. Anyways, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your Saturday, and let's get ready for some football, baby. Peace.